YouTube. So this is Junior from Junior's Fish here. So I figured let me do an update in this tank. A lot has changed actually recently. So this is my 10-gallon planted aquarium that I have. You guys have seen it before. I've showed it a lot of times. So I just want to go over some of the stocking in it, recent changes I've made, and what I kind of have planned for the future for it, and we'll go from there. So let's start off with recent changes. So about, I think it was like maybe last week, I woke up to water all over my floor, and I started to freak out. Took a look. This tank was like a quarter down, and water was just leaking out. So I took a look, went to Petco really quick, grabbed a new 10-gallon. They were doing their dollar per gallon sale, so paid $10 and got new ones. I bought two of them just in case. So I have one in case this or one of the other ones go bad. So I replaced it. I had to take everything out, and this tank has, it doesn't show to have a lot of livestock, but there's a lot of livestock in this tank. I've done the numbers and it's ridiculous. You guys could count it if you want, but there's a lot. I have guppies in there. I have neon tetras. I have some cherry barbs. Those are the ones you normally see. So the guys that you don't really see, I have some auto, I think they're called auto catfish. They're these little sucker mouth catfish that love algae. I have some corridors in there, about 3 of those. I have 2 peat puffers. I have some freshwater clams. I have cherry shrimp in there. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. I think that's the livestock. So there's tons of livestock in there. As far as plants go, I have the temple plant that you can see off to the right. So those are all temple plant. The one right next to that is the Amazonian sword. I only have one of that in there. I have like maybe 4 to 5 Anubis nano. That's the little ones you see in front. There's just, I haven't had good luck with them. They're not really doing well. They're very slow growing for me. So I'm struggling a little with those. And the one off to the left, I'm not sure what they're called. Honestly, I don't know the name. So you guys, maybe somebody could tell me the name of those. I don't know. But I pretty much either got them from eBay or Petco. I don't remember where I got it from. I've had them for a while now. So what I've had to do, I literally had to take everything out of this tank. So I was able to rip all the plants out, pull them out, put them in a little I got one of those little baking pans I found. So I had everything in there sitting there. So I did that. Then I had to get the sand out, and that took a little longer than I like. So digging all the sand out, making sure I get all the clams out, because there's like maybe 20 in them in there. I thought they'd all die because I grabbed like maybe 30 shells, extra shells, just open shells. So I thought they'd all die, but apparently not. So I don't know what they're doing. There's a bunch more in there still. It's just whatever. And I found maybe like a dozen cherry shrimp. I didn't think I had cherry shrimp anymore in there because the peat puffers eat them. At one point this tank was just filled with cherry shrimp. Everywhere you look you could see them. But I also had a snail problem. So I got 2 peat puffers, tossed them in. They cleaned up the snail problem. After the snails were gone, they moved on to the cherry shrimp. So now I got them on a different feeding schedule. Maybe I'll go over that some other time. My feeding for the peat puffers and things like that, and how I keep them docile now. So I think at one point I was down to like maybe 5. I see the population is starting to grow back slowly. I do still have cherry shrimp in my other tanks. I could always try to get a colony going again. I haven't decided yet. So as you see right now, this is my current setup. I have all the temple plants off to the right. I like it this way. It gives the fish more open water to swim in. So I think the guppies really like it, and they just get a chance to move about and have a little fun and swim around however they like. The neons do move around a little bit, but they stay more in the middle of the water, and so does the cherry barb. They don't really hang out too much at the top. So the guppy tends to have the top part of this tank all to themselves, and they seem to enjoy it. So there's a piece of driftwood in there that's just covered with like hair algae, and I actually like it, so I don't know. I'm hoping the entire wood get covered with algae because it looks really nice. I like that look. It has this almost like a carpet like algae look in it, and I think that's amazing. I like that. What I'm also wanting to do, what I did is painted the background black. So I just black painted it back so you can paint it black, and I like that look. I think it has a really nice clean look to it. It gives the fish a little bit more definition. It highlights the fish, it highlights the plants and things to that extent. So I really do like that, and I think that's really good. So let's see what else is going on in this thing. So what I plan to do, hopefully, I don't know if I'll do it now because I painted it black, but I actually like to have algae in my tank. I don't like it on my front glass, and I don't like it on my plants. But on the back panels and side panels of the aquarium, I don't really care. I usually let the algae grow all over that place. And so the old tank was just full of algae in the back and side panel. This is a brand new tank, a standard 10-gallon tank. So I gotta wait till it go. Waiting to see what happens, see how algae develop on it, and try to control it and see what's going on. For this tank, as far as equipment, let's see. All I have is a 100-watt heater in there. That's set to about 76, I believe. I have an Marineland, I think it's the Penguin 400. Hang on the back filter. It's just set up there. It has the 2 bio wheels and the filter cartridge. I bought some ceramic biomedia, and it takes like maybe a third of a pound that you could actually stick in there, because this filter is meant to use 2 cartridge, but you could use 1 and put something else in there. And since I want to have them in bags, I can only fit about a third of a pound. Can fit in there. So I have a third of a pound in both sides. It's still a little new, so I'm waiting for that to fully populate with bacteria and then go from there. So as soon as that's taken over and grow, I should have a lot cleaner water. The water should look a lot better. I haven't tested my water parameters in a while. I usually just don't. When I used to test it, it was always 0. Everything would stay at 0. Nitrate 0, ammonia 0, nitrite 0. So I just stopped testing it. I keep doing what I do and just stop testing. I keep an eye on the fish and things like that, and depends on how they behave, I'll keep an eye on what's going on. Now for all these plants, I don't actually put any kind of fertilizer in this tank. This tank is heavily stocked, and that's the only fertilizer they need. And when I feed, if I do want to speed up plant growth, I will overfeed a little bit, and that will help a little. This filter though is ridiculous. It'll suck any extra food right up. So I don't really have a lot of stuff sticking in the water. Now these lights, it's a regular white LED light that you could go on eBay and get. I think I paid like maybe $15 for this one, for this setup, and they work really good. They're very low wattage and they're really cheap. That's just works. So I have it on set up here. I have the lights and a timer. It comes on twice a day. It comes on like 6 a.m. to about 10, and then it shuts off, and it comes back on like, I think it's like 4 p.m. to 8:30. That's usually times when I'm home. So usually at 6 in the morning, I'm getting up and going around. It gives me a chance to take a quick look at everybody and see how the tanks are doing. Make sure, water levels are still filled and things like that. And so when I leave, it shuts off midday. And then it comes on at 4, give a couple hours. And so by the time I get home later in the afternoon, it gives me time to take a look at them, check on them again. Make sure they're good and feed them. And then usually light cuts off within half an hour from that time. So that's my 10-gallon. This is my update in the 10-gallon nano. It just rescaped. I went in some of the animals we have and some of the plants in there. And let's see, water changes. For this tank, I have been doing weekly water change. I'm moving now to twice a week. No, I'm sorry. I'm moving now to once every other week, because, like I said, this tank, all the parameters normally stay at 0, and so I don't really need to worry about that. All right, guys, this is Been a blast. Talk to you guys later. Bye.